Like only in Calcutta would you find a chess club under a flyover.
Yes.
Yeah. In Calcutta, chess is a semi-outdoor sport. You know this, right? The Goriahat flyover, जिसके ऊपर ट्रैफिक रुका हुआ है, लोग मर रहे हैं, और उस फ्लाईओवर के नीचे बंगाली बॉबी फिशर्स लाइक क्वीन E5. फ्लाईओवर के ऊपर से भी लोग चिल्ला रहे E6 दे, चेक था. You realize in case that flyover collapses, checkmate for all. Biggest challenge in my writing process, and I don't know about others, but I think the biggest challenge is to be, for everyone, is to be distraction free. And by distraction I mean both physical distractions as well as mental. Both other people interrupting and like this, other people interacting, or just your own mind interrupting you, trying to sway you in different directions. So yeah, being distraction free, that's the biggest challenge.
There are some people around us. हर किसी ने एक बार तो मिला होगा कोई ना कोई. यार एक बार ना आईफिल टावर देखना यार. एक बार आईफिल टावर एक बार आईफिल टावर देखिए. एक बार आईफिल टावर देखिए. एक बार आईफिल टावर देखिए.
I don't physically write my jokes. I have them all in my mind. So, and I know a few other comics who do that. Not all of them, but a few of them also. So I don't write them. So I don't like plan that I'm gonna write it and then gonna rehearse a performance of it. I don't usually rehearse an entire bit even before doing it for the first time. And when I do it for the first time, I try and perform it as much with as much feel as I can, as in like as honestly as I can, how I feel about the subject, what I'm talking about, so that my honest reactions and my way of speaking, mannerisms, everything come out naturally. And usually I'm able to do that over the years. Like after years of experience, I'm able to like hit the right notes in the first attempt itself and not require too much change in the later parts of the joke. When I'm doing it like for months and months, not much has changed from the first time I do it, unless something has been added. So physically, or the performance of it is usually just a very natural reaction as to what the people in the audience are feeling right now and how I want to say it now. Looking at them in their eye, how you gauge when you're talking to a person. So I'm trying sense that and just say things, and most of the times with very few alterations, I just reproduce it the next time.
I grew up in Calcutta in a school that was famous for this really weird thing. My school in Calcutta was really famous because we had 2 PT sirs and no playground.
Well, time is the only way to tighten your material. The more time you spend with it, the more you perform it on stage, the tighter it becomes.
पूरे देश में राइटर्स की कोई कदर नहीं, पर अगर आप कलकत्ता में आओ, हर घर में आपको मल्टीपल रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर के फोटोज दिखेंगे. बाहर के लोग आगे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, यार ये सब बंगाली लोग का सेम दादाजी है क्या? Well, primarily I dealt it in 3 ways. Number one is that I would riff on stage, just talk to the audience, address the situation that the joke did not work, and just look for a spontaneous moment and bring back the audience that way. Second thing I would do is that I would have a bunch of stock lines ready for all kinds of situations, for all kind of bombs. There's many ways that you can bomb in a stand-up show, and I would use just one of those handy lines. Third thing I would do, which is my favorite, is actually just move on to the next joke. I think that's the classiest thing to do. it doesn't matter if a joke did not work, the next one will.
To make things worse, I was doing business in Calcutta, which, as you all know, is the economic capital of the world. My territory was not just Calcutta, it was Calcutta, and it gets better. Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa. The Bermuda Triangle for prosperity in this country.
How does a comedian find his voice? I'll tell you when I found mine.
बचपन में होता था ना that you were growing so fast that you were outgrowing your clothes. मेरे साथ अभी हो रहा है. मैं 2 महीने कपड़े प्लान करके खरीदता हूँ. You guys know Zara? Outgrew it. The entire brand.
I record my bits twice. Once it takes a little bit of shape, say for example a few minutes on a particular subject, I try and record it so that I know that this bit is there. Since I don't physically write my jokes, and they're all on, for memory sakes, I record it once so that I know what I'm talking about later on also in case I forget. And then once I feel like, the entire bit has kind of frozen after all the additions are made over months and months. There are times when it is, I've recorded a bit in 3 months in the final go, and then I've recorded something 3 years later also. So it all depends till when I keep on adding onto the joke. And once I feel the joke has been added upon enough, like I feel like I'm not adding too much. Like if I do any joke for 3 months, I will add a line or two, but that is the absolute max. If I'm adding, then I feel like the bit is complete, and I just try and keep on recording as many times as I can till I get a good recording. I also try and record it once I feel like the bit is not being added on to, because I feel like after a certain point of time my interest starts declining into the subject also. Since I've done it so many times, I start losing interest in performing it again and again. So before that happens, I try and just record it as much as I can, because once that starts happening, the audience kind of sees through, and then there are only a few days when you're able to perform it with as much honesty.